G'day guys, how's it going? Welcome to the first episode of Idle Instructions with the Arduino. Today we're going to be controlling an LED light using a simple circuit with our Uno R3 board. So let's look into the parts that we will be needing for this. So first up, we will be needing an Uno R3 board. This one's from Elegoo, but you can get others that are from different companies like Arduino, which is the classic. Then you'll need an LED. This is a red LED. You can get them in a lot of different packages. We can get a ton of these sort of 5mm LEDs, and they're great for testing and using in simple circuits. Then you'll need a resistor. This one is 330 ohms, but you can get a pack with all different kinds of resistant values. Then you'll need jumper wires. These will serve as sort of like the highway for our electricity. And we'll connect the different parts of our circuit together. So you'll need 2 of those. Then you're going to need the breadboard. This will be the backbone of our circuit and will provide all the different connections without having to do any funky soldering or joinery. Now let's go to the computer to see how we can talk to the Arduino board. So using the link below, we can come to the Arduino IDE download page. Now this page has a bunch of links on the right hand side that we can click on to download the IDE of our choice. There's a few options, so if you're on a MacBook or a Mac computer, you can just click the Mac option here. Or if you're on Linux, if you're a bit more fancy, you can click on the Linux, but I'm just on Windows, so I'm going to click the Windows option. I'm just going to click Just Download. And then we're going to be able to download an executable. This is the software we will be using to write the instructions for the Arduino. So when it comes up, I'm just going to click Agree. I'm going to install a desktop shortcut just so we can access it easily. Then I'm going to click Install here, and we're going to wait for the Arduino software to install. I'm going to just keep clicking Install to all the pop-ups that come up. So when that finishes installing, I'm going to have an Arduino icon on my desktop. So I'm going to click that and then wait for the program to boot up. I'm going to allow access here. And then we can see the basic outline for a sketch. A sketch is the name used by Arduino for the code or the instructions that get sent to the Arduino. So just in case you see that around the place, that's what that means. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Tools, and we're going to make sure that the Arduino Uno is the board we've selected. That is the board that we're going to be talking to. And then we're going to go to Port. Now Port will initially only show up with maybe just COM1, but what we're going to do is we're going to plug in our Arduino board using the USB that comes with it. And if you wait a bit, or if you restart the software, you should be able to see another COM port come up. And this is your Arduino Uno, and this is the port that you'll be communicating on. So we're going to go to File, Examples, and then we're going to go to Basics, and then we're going to click Blink. Now this Blink script is a example one that comes with the Arduino software, and basically this is just a test to see if your Arduino is hooked up properly. So basically this will just blink an LED on your board every now and again. If you click the button up here with the arrow, you can compile this to your device, which just basically means we're going to send it to the Arduino board. So if you've hooked that up with your USB, you should be fine. Now let's look into how we can make the circuit. So we're going to plug one of the jumper wire ends into a pin. We're going to pick number 12 and just put it right in there. The other end of the jumper wire that's in pin 12 should go into one of the holes on the breadboard. I'm going to pick row 1, column J. Then you're going to connect the resistor in like this. Then you're going to connect the LED into the breadboard. Now, the LED has one long leg and one short leg of those 2 metal prongs that are sticking out of it. The long leg should be next to the leg of the resistor, and the other leg should be going into the row next to it, just like this. I'll have a little arrow coming up to show which side the longer leg should be on. Then one jumper wire will go into a hole next to the second leg of the LED. This will be the shorter leg, so it'll just go into the hole right next to that one. The other end of that jumper wire will go into a port called GND on the board. Then you can plug in your USB cable and plug the other end into the computer to turn on the Arduino. Now we can begin writing our code to get the LED to flash every second. So firstly, we're going to define what that pin 12 is going to do, that very first jumper cable that we put into the board. We're going to use the function pin mode, which enables us to configure what that pin will do. So we're going to put in number 12 and we're going to set it to output, which means we're going to send a voltage or electricity out of that pin. Now we have power that is able to be supplied to our circuit. Now, that's the only setup we have to do. Now we focus on the logic of our program. So we move into the loop function. Firstly, we're going to write digital write, which enables us to send a signal to the board. We're going to pick pin 12 and we're going to set it to high. High is allowing us to basically turn on a switch, just like you would in your living room. And this enables electricity to be sent out of pin 12. So now our circuit is powered up. Then we're going to delay for a second. So the circuit is now going to be powered up, then the code will stop for a second. The next thing we'll do after that second is up is we'll do another digital write, but this time we'll set the signal to low, and this will stop the electricity flowing out of pin 12 and turn off our LED. Then we'll delay for another second. So basically what this code will do is turn on the LED, sleep for a second, then turn it off, sleep for another second, and then start it all over again in the loop. So this will just keep going until the Arduino is turned off. And if it's all working, this is what it should look like. The red LED is blinking every second as it delays, turns on, delays, and turns off. So I hope you guys found that video informative, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Goodbye for now.